Hi, everyone. I wanted to share some tips about the Retention Center and the Full Grade Center to help you be more efficient because I know it seems tedious sometimes and time consuming. This is meant more for newer instructors. A couple of you have asked me about the Retention Center, and I don't think a whole lot of details are shared in the onboard training seminar. So let's take a look here. The first thing that I like to do is to open up the Grade Center. So I have two tabs open at the same time, the Retention Center and the Grade Center. The second thing I want to point out is that I color code my gradebook, which helps make this whole process a little bit easier. And all you do, this is quite easy, you just go to Manage in the Grade Center and click on Grading Color Codes, and then you can set the grade range to 65%. And select red or whatever color you'd like to highlight those students that are failing. And it also highlights each assignment that is below 65%. Another thing to help you in managing your gradebook, if you aren't familiar with this, if you have a student who has a circle with a line through it next to their name, I don't have any here in this, they've been removed. All you have to do so that it doesn't clog up your gradebook is go to this little chevron arrow and click Hide Row. And it doesn't delete them or anything, it just hides them so that you don't have to worry about updating them or thinking that you missed filling in a 0 for an assignment for someone who's already withdrawn from the course. So that's another way to streamline your gradebook. And moving on to the Retention Center, in this other tab here, hopefully you are all familiar with how to get to the Retention Center, that you go to this drop-down arrow and select these, there it is, these arrows where it says Retention Center, and then select the course that you would like to manage. Once you are working through the course for a couple weeks, you kind of get a sense for where and how each student is struggling. So I like to group the Retention Center emails. So I might not be going straight down the line because sometimes I will copy and paste a personalized message and then further personalize it for the next student. For example, for these two, I believe, Amanda and Heather, let's look in the grade book. Those two have hardly participated in the course at all. So their message, here they are, these two, Amanda and Heather, their message would say something quite a bit different from what I would say to Precious Bezio up here, who has a 64%. To Amanda and Heather, I would really be trying to prod them to just get into the course and start participating. And please reach out to me as soon as possible to let me know what's going on and how I can help them to succeed in the course. Whereas Precious, I would be pointing out to her specifically maybe a couple assignments that she's missing that she needs to submit in order to succeed. So that's a couple ways to streamline the process. And it also gives you a framework to make sure that you have everything you need in the email. Just make sure that you go through and change all the names and everything. So for example, I'll go to my mail inbox here and show you an example Retention Center email. So at the bottom, I have the student's name, full name, and banner ID number. And that's another reason that I like to have the Grade Center open at the same time so that I can pop over to that tab and just quickly memorize their banner ID. It always starts B00. So I just memorize those last 6 numbers and then quickly go to the other tab and write it in there. So I like to make sure that there's a few elements covered in each Retention Center email in order to be effective. The first one is just pointing out why they're getting their email. It's because they're failing. Your grade is currently below 65%. The second thing is I want to make sure that there's something in there to encourage them and motivate them or praise what they've done so far. And another piece that I think needs to be in there is something specifically tailored to what they need to do to improve. So, for example, here she's missing 2 specific assignments that's bringing down her grade. And then lastly, just to encourage them to reach out to you if they need help understanding these assignments or just to let you know what's going on. So that's pretty much it. As far as tips from me about the Retention Center, you should be doing this once a week starting in week 2. And obviously they progress and they differ as you go through the session as to what they say. Just let me know if you have any questions about this, and have a great day.